Do you want to learn golf?
Well, we know a thing or two, so listen closely, and we'll tell you what to do.
Well, here we are in another Stage Door Athletic.
Here we are.
Sat in the clubhouse again.
Good day?
Well, yeah, it's all right, but you know when they do like the kids' creshy thing?
Oh, yeah.
Which I can hear going on in the background, Cabbage Patch Kids or whatever it's called. They just leave shit everywhere, I've noticed, and they're quite noisy, and I've realised why I don't have kids and why, as much as I love my nieces and nephews, they are exhausting, aren't they, to be around?
They are exhausting.
Even just,
especially
when it's good.
running around a sporting clubhouse, there's lots of unsightly things.
Yeah.
Ken lives upstairs. You never know what you're going to get when he comes downstairs. So
yeah, he must put some clothes on, mustn't he?
Well, yeah.
Speak to him about that. But I mean, it's good for our community work. How's all that going, Jack? How's life at West Brom community programme?
It's not a community programme. Thank you very much.
What is it? Carlos Colbrand's right-hand man.
Correct. I have a casual contract with West Bromwich Albion Football Academy, so it's good. I mean, talking about West Brom, I mean, we're in the shit. We're in the absolute shit. But hey, I'll be happy to listen to this back in 3 years' time when we've won the Champions League, so it's fine.
Yeah, no, that'd be good. Well, listen out for a West Bromwich Albion season review.
And a Leeds one.
And the Leeds one.
There's some good content, Rens. I can tell you that for free.
But seen as the local amateur society are rehearsing in the stage area in the clubhouse at the minute this evening, and I think they have their dress rehearsal tomorrow, we thought it might be a good idea to talk about sporting plays.
Yeah.
Yeah, plays that feature sport. Have you ever been in one? Ever seen one?
I have. I've read one that comes to mind, The Red Lion by Patrick Marber.
Oh, yeah.
It was on at the National. And I love Patrick Marber because he plays Peter O'Hanrahan in The Day-to-Day. Have you ever watched that show?
That's such a good show.
Yeah, I remember all of that.
I was in a workshop at the National Theatre Studio, and he was obviously doing some workshops for, it might be The Red Lion actually. And I walked past him in the canteen, and I was like, holy shit, that's Peter O'Hanrahan. Anyway, it's about a non-league. Danny Mays was in it. It's about a non-league football team, which I think would be, and it's a really good. It's about like nationalism and that kind of stuff through the visage of a non-league football team. It's really, really good actually.
Yeah.
But I've never seen it. There was a musical that we did at the Young Rep that we've spoken about before, which is about the Hillsborough disaster.
Oh yeah,
Good.
It's good stuff for young people's theatre.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Between the ages of 11 to 18, I think what they really need to do is talk about national tragedies that happen on sporting occasions.
I think the bigger context for this is, I always feel it's like when you see a nightclub scene on a TV show, particularly a soap opera, it's quite tricky to do because invariably you haven't got enough people to occupy, enough extras to occupy the supporting artist area space.
Yeah.
You're also probably filming it at 7 a.m. and you're probably filming it several times at an inappropriate time where no one is actually drunk or taking any illegal substances in the club.
Such a good point.
And they have to move, and everyone's looking quite awkward, and it never quite translates. And so I think for sport to appear on stage, it's quite a challenging thing, isn't it? Because you've often got actors who aren't, unlike us, which is, of course, is the unique premise of this podcast, even inclined to sport, never mind as talented as we are. So, you're going to have like actors who aren't really comfortable with the subject matter.
Yeah.
You can't recreate stadiums very effectively.
Yeah.
The audience isn't always, a natural marriage.
I mean,
as
I feel
our
like
figures will probably attest to.
Well, yeah, quite. I think it's a good premise. You can kind of think of themes, especially of like grassroots, community-based, kind of fly-on-the-wall, kitchen sink stuff. Like a non-league football team or like an amateur sporting team or a cricket team. They're good sort of settings for drama, relationship drama between people. In terms of going for like big-scale stuff, I mean, you couldn't really have a play about a World Cup final. I don't think it would like.
No, and we'll do this in the separate. You can't really even have movies about it. I mean, look, there's been some real failures on that, but let's stick to theatre. I think the thing that stands out, probably, I mean, very influential in my whole relationship to theatre anyway, is John Godber's Up and Under, and this is set in the world of amateur rugby league. And it's set in a clubhouse, and there's John Godber and Hull Truck Theatre, of which he was the artistic director and wrote a lot of his plays, things like teachers and bouncers very famously. These are like honest theatrical. What I mean is that they're not sort of realistic portrayals, like using all the tools of theatre and imagination to create situations. And Up and Under has this amazing scene that it culminates towards, where this sort of failing team of hodgepodgers who come together to play together and bring all their issues with them face off against a very intimidating team. And I remember seeing this production in Wakefield when I was a kid, and there was always a version of it at the Edinburgh Festival where this group of 5 actors or 7 actors play both teams simultaneously in the game.
Oh shit, that's cool.
And so there's a moment where they are all in a line facing out front as though they're about to be kicked off, all trembling, all in their kits. And then all of a sudden the ball kicks off and they all follow the trajectory, and then they all leap simultaneously and turn upstage, and you see a different kit on their backs
cool.
And they become the opposition team running towards them. Wow. And so their backs portray the opposition, and they're all intimidating and physical and huge and making grunts and sounds.
You see, that's quite a good idea.
All the rest of it. And then they leap round and become the other team going, oh God, it's coming towards me. And they leap round and they do this whole choreographed scene of it, which is amazing. And I think that sort of bringing the worlds together, and obviously, as we've talked about before, rugby league, big part of my life, Yorkshire, amateur rugby, all that sort of stuff. So that is one example of it.
I would suggest that adequately captures the drama of a sporting event with being able to stage it. That sounds really good.
Yeah, it's very clever. It's really good. He also wrote a play called On the Piste, which is about some people going on a ski holiday together. And the set of it is actually, a mountain. A mountain.
Who was in that?
With actors skiing down it. I think that did come into the West End at one point.
That was here recently. Yeah, someone quite. But was Rory Kinnear in that in the West End?
Yes, it might have been actually. Yeah,
it might have been
come
Rory
to the
Kinnear.
Rep in Birmingham.
And I'm sure it was at the Rep on the Piste when I was younger.
Yeah,
I think when I was at the Rep. Have you seen that? Was that any good?
I saw it Leeds Grand years and years ago, and it's classic sort of John Godber, quite funny and witty and theatrical and all those things. I did audition for a play years ago called Outside Edge. Do you know this? This is set in a cricket club, an amateur cricket club.
Oh, okay, I'm in.
And it was done in the round at the New Vic Theatre in Stoke-on-Trent, where the stage is essentially the cricket field.
Love that.
That is kind of Alan Ayckbourn-esque, middle class England, people having affairs behind the cricket club kitchen, and slightly farcical people coming in and out.
Nice.
Teas being baked and cooked, and
nice.
Suburban England torn through the lens of a local middle class cricket club.
I like that.
But there are sporting scenes in that which are quite fun.
I'm just going to there is one thing that has come to mind actually. When we were in Evan, me and Doug, who shared a dressing room, we fashioned our dressing room into a putting green. So our company manager, Steve Burnett, he was a big golfer. He brought a couple of putters in and we used to play golf upstairs. Now, we were obviously in a musical at the time, and we randomly Googled Golf the Musical, and it came up. I don't know if this is going to be cut, but it's an original off-Broadway cast album.
Right.
And the main song that we used to play was called That's How You Play Golf. And I'm just going to play you a little section of it now, because it's quite funny, if I can find it. I mean, it's very beautiful, but I just want to get you to the bit where it's...
Oh.
Do you want to learn
Can you hear that?
golf?
Yes, we can.
We know a thing or two, so listen closely, and we'll tell you what to do.
Brilliant, excellent rhyming.
It's good, but this is the best bit.
Learn to read the hole, line it up before you play.
Keep your head down. Don't let your focus stray. Take an even stroke.
Then get on your knees and pray.
That's how you play golf.
Take
It's
time.
just ridiculous, but
Take all the time
I mean,
you
I think that's a
please.
good example of like sometimes sport and theatre probably shouldn't go together.
Yeah. Does the world need Golf the Musical?
Golf the Musical, probably not. But that was I don't know any of the reviews. Or maybe I'll find some and put some on our Instagram.
Yeah. A couple of other honourable mentions. There was a play, I think it might have been by Arthur Smith, the comedian, called An Evening with Gary Lineker, that's set about people watching the 1990 World Cup semi-final, England-Argentina. And then, of course, there is the brilliant play that has been at the National Theatre and now transferring into the West End, which is part of the rationale for even doing this episode. Dear England by the hugely successful,
popular, brilliant
James Graham, which stars the brilliant Joseph Fiennes as Gareth Southgate.
Mm-hmm. I've actually got the synopsis up here. It says it's time to change the game. The country that gave the world football has since delivered a painful pattern of loss. Why can't England's men win their own game? With the worst track record for penalties in the world, Gareth Southgate knows he needs to open his mind and face up to the years of hurt to take team and country back to the promised land. I mean, psychologically, that sounds like a good story, right?
Well, it is. I saw it earlier this summer and it really is brilliant. And in the classic James Graham style, it takes...
It's very good.
A political idea.
Of course, yeah.
A state of the nation idea.
He's always got his finger on the pulse,
yes.
James Graham has.
And distills it down to real events with loads of humour.
Yeah.
And it works on that kind of micro, individual character-led situation, but also calls into those sort of universal questions.
Yeah.
And above all, it's really funny and moving. Like, I had a tear. And I think as obviously a sports fan who very much lived through those moments, I have a lot of memories, so you can't help but get involved in the amazing kind of caricatures and fair studies. Character studies is a better way of saying it.
Yeah.
And there's some really brilliant ones. Joseph Fiennes is incredible as Gareth Southgate. You feel like you're watching Gareth Southgate. But then Will Close plays Harry Kane and does a really very clever thing of just distilling down some Harry Kane-isms to make you really recognise him, but then just kind of magnifies them a little bit to take them into a comic realm, and it's really well judged and very, very funny. So I would really, really recommend it. And I think that James Graham is someone we should try and get on the pod.
Oh, okay.
I have to say, I have tried to get him on the pod. I messaged him on Instagram. I've been ghosted, totally understandably. I have absolutely no resentment of that. But we'll keep trying because I hugely admire him, and I think it'd be great to talk to him about it.
We should.
And actually, my mate Johnny Hodge is in it playing Greg Dyke in various other FA suits, and he's typically brilliant as well.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend that one as well.
Yeah.
Beautiful Burnout is a play set in a boxing ring.
Frantic Assembly.
By Brian E. Lavery, a great friend of mine.
Frantic Assembly did a version of that and it was epic.
It was, yes. So written by Brian E. Lavery with Frantic Assembly, and I remember seeing that at the Edinburgh Festival. It's a really, really good play, but literally the stage set is a boxing ring, and as the audience you sit around it. And then one more is The Club, which I've touted this around a few theatres actually. It's by David Williamson, who is very successful Australian playwright.
Okay.
He's the sort of David Hare of Australia. And he wrote a play called The Club, and it's set in an AFL Aussie Rules club in Australia. And it sort of explores misogyny and the transition from kind of amateur into the professional era and all the stuff that happened around Rupert Murdoch and Kerry Packer and the splitting of a lot of Australian sports into the Sky, the sort of TV deals that disrupted a lot of sports as they moved from just being nationally available into commodities by Rupert Murdoch and Kerry Packer. And it happened in cricket, it happened in rugby league, and it happened in AFL.
I mean, we could talk about this for ages.
Yeah, and I think it's a really good play, and it would need translating, but no one's replied to my letters about it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't understand why.
Are you okay about that?
I'm all right.
Okay.
I guess maybe we could just wrap this up by thinking more about skill. Have you ever had to learn a skill? I mean, you had to ride a fictional horse, didn't you, on stage?
Do you know what I was looking at this morning?
Yeah.
Do you know what I was looking at this morning? I was looking at horse riding lessons because I'd like to put that on my CV.
Right.
I want to do that as well.
Well, we should go. Okay, there you go. That's another podcast outing. We've got so many day trips planned. I'd love to. I did a TV series for ITV where there were a lot of horses. And they thought I might need to go and learn to ride, but luckily I was not needed to ride. I was actually being farted on a lot by the horses that were standing in front. I'm like, I was the ensign in the battalion holding the stand, and these two horses in front of me being ridden by Johnny Flynn. These horses, but no, not really. I think I'm just naturally skillful, Rob. I just I'm quite good at it. So, what about you?
Well, I do have horse riding with an asterisk on my CV.
Highly skilled?
Yeah, highly skilled. Just for context, the Spotlight database is where all actors list their CV and credits, and you have an opportunity to list your skills. And if you put an asterisk next to it, it means you're highly skilled, and people can search on that basis.
I get absolutely bullied by my friends because I've put an asterisk next to football, golf, cricket, and badminton, and they're like, "You're shit at all four."
I'm just going to try and bring up my CV online and see what I've got highly skilled. It's been quite some years since I've updated it.
I dread to think what mine says still.
It does. I do have horse riding, and I did get a job on the back of it because, I mean, when I was a kid, I did go horse riding for a year and was precociously all right at it and won a gymkhana. I might have told that story already.
Did you?
Yeah. And... But then, so
that's amazing.
Again, Bryony Lavery, his first job I ever did with her, wrote a play called Precious Bane, which is set in, I can't remember the county, it's sort of relevant. And it's beautiful. It's not relevant, it's actually really integral to it all. But I did this play, it was outdoor, it was a tour of stately homes, and I had to ride a horse in it. I was the hero who came in and whisked up the heroine who'd been suspected of a witch and was being dunked in a lake. And I came in and picked her up on a horse. And I remember being in the audition, and she was like, "So you are highly skilled on this?" I was like, that's right. I mean, I think it'd be nice just to have a couple of refresher lessons if that's possible. Yeah. And there's so actually, it was a beautiful thing. Like after rehearsal, 2 days a week, I would just go off and have a hack down at a local stable.
This is the thing.
And it was really, really lovely thing to do.
It's something that actors, we're quite blessed actually because we do get to do just random stuff. In Warhorse, I mucked out one of the household cavalry. At 4 o'clock in the morning, they invited us down.
What was his name?
And one of the captain, the hawk. Alan, I think he was a welder from Cannock. We went down to, it was brilliant. And we get to do weird and wonderful stuff like that. It's really cool, actually. We're very lucky. Because, we have to get into this world of, that sounds wanky about it, but especially if you're doing quite a big stuff or big things, then you have to kind of like... I mean, I'm not saying that if I was in Apollo 13, I'd have gone to space, but we'd have done stuff like that, and it's good.
Yeah.
It's interesting. But no, I haven't really had to learn much stuff.
Yeah.
I learned how to owl call. That's about it.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
Can you
taught that?
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't do that. I can't even just do that like finger whistle or anything.
No, I can't do that. It makes me feel very inadequate when I can't do that and everybody else can. The wolf whistle thing.
Yeah. Wow, amazing. Well, just to go through my promise, apparently I'm highly skilled baritone.
This is another episode.
Highly skilled horse riding, rugby league referee, skiing instructor. And my high standard accents are American Californian, American New York, American Standard, Australian Birmingham, Cockney Devon, Dorset, Estuary English, Geordie, heightened RP, Irish Northern, Irish Southern, London, Manchester, New Zealand, RP, and Shropshire. I mean, that is...
Do you reckon footballers, when they're on trial at football grounds, or cricketers when they're on trial, or golfers are trying to get in, do you reckon they embellish their skill set?
Yeah.
I mean, they must do. How's your first touch on a rainy Tuesday in Stoke? Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Absolutely perfect. So my first touch is amazing. Get them down, sign them, and they've got a little trampoline on their ankle and they can't fucking touch anything.
Yeah, like Frank Lampard must have said he's highly skilled at managing to keep getting these jobs and failing so miserably, so he's clearly lying.
That's probably about right.
God, it's busy. It says doors are opening and closing, aren't they? In the club, they must be leaving all the parents collecting the kids and stuff.
Well, the kids run out, yeah.
Yeah. All right then. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing the show tomorrow night. You coming to see it next door?
I might do.
I think it's HMS Pinafore or something. I can't remember. But
they're not doing Pinafore.
I think they are.
Sandra, is she doing Gilbert and Sullivan? She can't fucking do that.
It's tricky, isn't it?
Yeah. And the very modern ever men. Is that HMS Pinafore?
I think that's Pirates of Penzance.
Shit. What's HMS Pinafore? Oh, an Englishman. Oh, anyway, I'll go and get. I need to audition. I haven't got a job. I should be doing that show next door.
Based on that, it's not going to be a problem, is it? All right. Well, see you tomorrow night at the show.
Yeah, have a good one. We'll bring a hit flask.
Bye-bye.
He remains a Englishman.